I woke up to the kind of laughter that sounds all wrong, sharp, echoing like it's bouncing off the walls of a stranger's house. It took me a second to realize this was my house. Not a dream, not a nightmare, just wrong. Then I heard a splash, 2, 3, rapid fire. The kind of splashes you get at a cheap hotel pool, not the sanctuary I'd spent 20 years busting my back to afford. I wish I could say my first thought was, intruder. But honestly, it was, maybe I'm still asleep. That little hope vanished when I pulled the curtains and saw 3 women, full grown, not kids, in my backyard pool. Not lounging beside it. In it. 2 were bobbing on gaudy, plastic swan floaties, drinks in hand, a Bluetooth speaker pounding out pop so loud it rattled the neighbor's fence. And then there was the third, the ringleader. She waved at me, this lazy, queenly motion, like I was interrupting her spa day. Right then, I realized the American dream doesn't always come with a fence tall enough. My home, my pride, my little patch of peace had turned overnight into a public water park. And in the dead center, on an inflatable swan, was Karen. Not a Karen, the Karen. Big sun hat, sunglasses you could use as mirrors, oozing the kind of confidence you only get from a lifetime of walking through life, like you own every room, every sidewalk, every pool. Spoiler, Karen had decided my pool was hers. If you're watching this, maybe you know a Karen, or you are one. Hey, no judgment, just wait for the twist. And hey, tell me in the comments where you're watching from. Maybe it'll be a town that still locks its gates. So there I am, pajamas wrinkled, staring at a suburban fever dream. My own backyard transformed into the set of Real Housewives, The Invasion. For a surreal minute, I thought, what if I am the one trespassing? Maybe I wandered into the wrong life, the wrong reality. But nope, there's my name on the deed, framed right there by the coffee maker. This is my house, my pool, my headache. I step outside, aiming for calm, but the truth is my hands are shaking. All 3 heads turn, pop music, plastic swans, and then her. She slides her sunglasses down just enough to look at me, like she's judging whether I'm worth her time. Your pool. She laughs, and it's not a warm sound. Sweetheart, this is the community pool. You must be new. She has this voice, the one that makes you want to punch a pillow. I blink just once. No, it's not. I bought this place 2 months ago. That's my pool. My land. You're trespassing. Her friends, suddenly sheepish, shoot each other looks, maybe a tiny bit embarrassed. But Karen? She's loving this. I wasn't notified about any sale, she says, reclining like Cleopatra on a raft, and I have a key. So unless you're squatting here, I'd suggest you call the HOA president. Then she smirks. Tell Paul that Karen says hi. Her name fit her so perfectly I almost laughed. Then she climbs out, every move slow, controlled, trailing water and the scent of expensive sunscreen. We'll see who really owns this pool, she says, like she's dropping a curse. As she leaves, the side gate swings open for her. No hesitation. She has a key. Not just confidence, but access. That gate. I check it, double lock it, stand by the pool, suddenly feeling like a stranger on my own land. Water glimmering in the sun, mocking me. Should have been peaceful. Instead, I feel violated. That night, I go find Paul, the HOA president. Picture a guy with the permanent smile of a used car salesman, calling everyone neighbor a little too much. I show him the picture. Karen, queen of my pool, ruling her kingdom of floaties. Paul just laughs nervously. Oh, Karen. She's spirited. Probably a misunderstanding. We all share amenities here, you know? No, I say, it's not an amenity. It's my backyard. He keeps that practiced, calm look. Karen's been a resident for 15 years. We can't assume the worst. Maybe show some goodwill. Goodwill. That word, on repeat in my head, all the way home. Like I'm the problem, not the trespasser. Like picking your battles means always losing the ones that matter. When I get home, I check the gate again. Click. Open. Not forced, altered. Someone's filed the latch, so it won't close right. Karen wasn't bluffing. She was staking a claim. I replaced the lock, order cameras, and for days watched nothing but squirrels and shadows. I almost convinced myself it's over. Then Tuesday, at work, my phone buzzes, motion detected. I check the feed. There she is. Karen alone, stretched out on my pool chair, sun hat tilted, cold drink in hand. She doesn't swim. She just sits there. 2 hours. Next day, same routine. Then Thursday, she's back with her friends, swimming, snacking, leaving before I get home. By Friday, it's not just trespass. It's performance. She knows I'm watching. I go back to the HOA. Paul's out, but his assistant tries to look busy. Didn't you two settle this? I show her the footage. Karen, waving to the camera. The smile slips off her face. I'll make a note for the next board meeting. Don't bother, I say. I'll handle it. That night, surrounded by deeds and guidelines, I know proof doesn't matter to people like Karen. They don't respect rules, just reactions. I stare at the pool and mutter, "You picked the wrong house." Something clicks. Not anger, resolve. I'm done begging, done with polite requests. Time to get smart. I called Dr. Mason, old college buddy, chemistry professor, the only person who ever turned a bad idea into a good experiment. If Karen wants to keep swimming, I'll give her a reason to remember it. First, I make my backyard Fort Knox. New industrial-grade lock, giant private property, no trespassing sign that looks like it should be warning of rabid dogs, not ducks. For a few days, peace. I sleep. I drink coffee that doesn't taste like defeat. Then Wednesday. Motion alert. There she is, strutting through the gate. The new lock dangles useless. She has another key. She lounges for an hour, scrolling her phone, waving at the camera. Not defiance anymore, domination. Friday, she's back, with the matching towel brigade and a flamingo float. The gall. Then, Sunday, the pool cleaner shows up. I catch him. Karen said to clean weekly. Tell her she needs a lawyer, not a pool net. The poor kid scurries off. That's it. I gather every screenshot, video, timestamp, and storm into the HOA. Paul gives me the good morning neighbor smile. I slap a USB stick on the desk. Karen's been trespassing. She even hired a pool boy. He sighs. She's influential. If I act, she'll call a recall vote. I can send a warning letter. There it is. The HOA isn't about justice. It's about convenience. I realize then, nobody's coming to help. Not Paul. Not the neighbors. Not the cops who'd probably call as civil matter. That night, I see on my camera Karen slipping through the gate with keys. Her initials on the tag. Turns out, the old owner gave her a key when she managed the pool. She never returned it. Of course. At midnight, I call Ree, my locksmith friend. All new locks. Tomorrow. He jokes. You running from the mob? Worse. An HOA Karen. He gets it done. Every gate shed mailbox. Thursday, motion alert. There she is again, rattling the gate, muttering to herself. You can't lock me out forever. Mailbox left open. Footprints by the fence. She's waging psychological war, trying to wear me down. But here's the thing. People like Karen, they mistake patience for weakness. I throw a barbecue for a couple friends. Mid-lunch, one points at my phone. Is that her? Karen, again, waltzing through my yard. Just checking water levels. HOA business. I snap. Get out. You step foot here again, I'll file charges. She laughs. This neighborhood runs on my word. I tell her, maybe it's time someone changed that. She leans in. You'll regret this. I say, I'm done playing nice. That night, I stop defending, I start planning. The rage settles into ice. I need a move that does 3 things. Exposes Karen, protects my property, and shows the whole neighborhood who's been lying. So I call Mason. The guy's a legend. Knows chemistry and revenge in equal measure. I pitch the plan. A harmless colorant that only reacts with Karen's luxury sunscreen. Turns her skin a shocking green. Washes off in a day. Mason's cautious. No harm. Just embarrassment? Absolutely. He delivers a small vial, safety data sheet, instructions. Apply as you would any pool additive, in small doses. Document everything. If it goes sideways, your paperwork's your best friend. We test it on everything: skin, fabric, pool water. The dye only shows up when it touches her sunscreen. I line up my neighbor Jim, a retired teacher, to witness the whole thing. He's in. Says the neighborhood deserves to know. I get the cameras set, my data sheets in order, and I'm ready. The pool is pristine, cameras everywhere, weather perfect. Saturday. The stage is set. Karen enters like a villain in a summer blockbuster. Sun hat, sunglasses, beach bag. Her friends in tow. She slathers on that sunscreen, her armor, and dives in. At first, nothing. Then, slowly, her shoulder starts turning a vivid emerald green. Her friends point, laugh, until it spreads. They shriek, scramble out. Karen is filming herself. Help! Chemical attack. Neighbors lean over fences. Jim's recording. The spectacle is complete. She tries to spin it, posts a live stream, sobbing into her phone, blaming me for assault. But the footage is clear. She trespassed. My cameras show every angle, every timestamp. The police arrive, review the evidence, and you can see the moment Officer Ruiz decides he's not dealing with a crime. He's watching a soap opera. Ma'am, he says, we have video of you entering private property. Karen sputters, threatens lawsuits, but it's over. But here's the twist. While everyone's busy gossiping about the green pool incident, the HOA launches an audit. Turns out, Karen's been skimming off community funds for years. Fake invoices, missing money, her fingerprints everywhere. Paul, the president, resigns. Karen is suspended, pending investigation. When the police come for her again, it's not about pool dye, it's about embezzlement. A week later, restitution orders come down. Karen has to pay for damages, legal fees, and she's banned from coming within 500 feet of my property. The HOA replaces all locks, rewrites its rules, and the queen of the pool is dethroned for good. The neighborhood changes. People wave now. Jim jokes, you didn't just stop her from swimming, you drained the swamp. There's no party, no victory parade, just quiet evenings by the pool, blue water, and peace that finally feels earned. I wish I could say justice came in with fireworks, but really? It arrives in paperwork and quiet, in neighbors finding their voices, in the truth finally shining brighter than drama. Karen tried to weaponize attention, but attention was her undoing. So here's what I learned. Justice isn't about vengeance. It's about holding the line, documenting, being patient, and letting truth do its slow, steady work. You don't have to destroy the Karens in your life, just expose them. Sometimes, the best revenge is proof that glows brighter than any dye. And if you're still listening, tell me, where's the line between standing up for yourself and starting a war? Ever been in a fight for your own peace? Drop your story in the comments, hit subscribe, and remember, karma doesn't miss a beat. Not even in the HOA.